The Galactic Council had gathered in their grand chamber, a cathedral of light and crystal orbiting a quiet sun. Representatives of 1,000 worlds shimmered in holographic form, their voices blending in layered tones, yet beneath their unity trembled unease. For weeks, the Council's networks had been filled with fragments of transmissions, warning signals, static, and a repeated message from an obscure system on the spiral's edge. The origin was Earth, the content was simple. Do not approach. You are not ready. Most dismissed it as arrogance from a fledgling world. Humanity had only recently been noticed by the greater galactic community. Their ships were crude by interstellar standards. Their star system was small. Their species was young. So when the exploration fleets of the Cathari Dominion sent scouts toward Sol, the Council watched with quiet amusement. The humans had warned. The Cathari ignored. Then the stars near Sol went dark. The first report came from a Cathari listening post stationed 2 sectors away. They had detected a surge of electromagnetic interference, then silence. No distress beacons. No life signs. No data, only void. The Dominion assumed a natural phenomenon and dispatched a fleet of 30 vessels to investigate. They too vanished. At first, the Council hesitated to involve itself. Empires rose and fell often at the galaxy's fringes. But when the Dominion's remaining fleets began retreating, broadcasting desperate pleas for help, the Council finally turned its gaze toward the little blue planet that had given its warning. The reconnaissance drones they sent lasted 12 seconds before their transmissions ceased. That was when whispers began. Some claimed Earth had developed forbidden technologies. Others suggested ancient weapons had been unearthed. The elder races, those who remembered forgotten wars, remained silent. The Council summoned its analysts. Projections showed something impossible. Human vessels moving at speeds that defied relativity, encased in energy signatures that nullified sensors. Their weapons left no trace. Their presence erased entire sectors of space. The Council demanded answers. They invited Earth to explain. Humanity responded. A single transmission cut across the galactic network. A human figure appeared draped in plain gray uniform, no insignia, no grandeur. The voice was calm. We warned you. You ignored us. We have endured countless ages unseen. You assumed we were weak because we chose silence. Now you will understand what restraint cost. Then the image faded. The chamber erupted in outrage. The Council declared Earth a rogue world. They organized a coalition fleet drawn from 20 species. Over 4,000 warships gathered near the border of Terran space. Their mission, to subdue and pacify the human system. They expected resistance. They did not expect what awaited them. When the coalition crossed the Sol perimeter, sensors failed again. Space folded upon itself like glass bending in heat. Their navigation arrays malfunctioned, and their communications died. Then they saw them. Human ships emerged not from hyperspace but from nowhere, as if reality itself had been rewritten. Their hulls were black, featureless, their outlines shimmering as though existence strained to contain them. No engine glow, no weapon ports, only a low hum that vibrated through the void. The coalition fleet opened fire first. Energy lances brighter than suns streaked across the dark. They struck human ships and vanished. Not reflected, not absorbed, simply gone. Then humanity answered. There were no beams, no missiles, no visible weapons. Space itself seemed to tear open between the fleets, swallowing ships whole. Where a cruiser had been, there was nothing. Not debris, not radiation, nothing but silence. The coalition broke formation in panic. Some attempted retreat. None succeeded. The battle lasted 4 minutes. Afterward, an empty void remained where 4,000 ships had once stood. Observers from distant systems watched sensors scramble and die. The Council attempted to contact Earth again. There was no reply. Only a new message pulsed across every known channel. Let this be the last time you ignore our words. The Council convened an emergency session. Panic rippled through civilizations that had long considered themselves gods among mortals. The Cathari Dominion collapsed within days. Trade networks froze. Borders sealed. Some worlds began fortifying their systems, fearing humanity's wrath would not end there. But humanity did not invade. They did not demand surrender. Instead, they broadcast again, this time not a threat but a story. The transmission began with images of ancient Earth, mountains carved by ice, Oceans restless beneath storm, cities rising from ruin. The narrator's voice was calm. Before the stars knew our name, we fought ourselves. We burned continents. We poisoned skies. We reached the edge of extinction more times than we can count. Yet we learned. Images shifted, colonies on Mars, bases in orbit, the first jump gate. When we reached the stars, we saw what awaited us. Empires built on fear, civilizations that enslaved lesser species, councils that preached peace yet thrived on dominance. We remained silent because we knew what we could become if provoked. We waited, hoping the galaxy would grow wiser. The tone hardened. You mocked our warnings. You touched our home with arrogance. Now you have seen what restraint hides. Then came a statement that echoed through every listening system. We are not conquerors. We are survivors. But if survival demands the fall of tyrants, then so be it. The message ended. For weeks, no human ships were seen. No further communications followed. Yet across the galaxy, strange phenomena began to appear. Power grids faltered in distant systems. Fleets vanished in unexplained distortions. Entire regions became inaccessible. The Council suspected sabotage, but there were no signs of invasion. Only silence and fear. Finally, a delegation of elder species known as the Seraphim offered counsel. They were ancient beyond measure, their histories stretching before recorded time. The Seraphim revealed that humanity's technology bore resemblance to something long forbidden, the language of creation, an ancient science that manipulated the fundamental fabric of the universe itself. According to Seraphim lore, this knowledge was sealed after a great war that consumed half the galaxy eons ago. Those who wielded it had been erased, their worlds reduced to dust, yet somehow humanity had rediscovered fragments of it. The Council refused to believe. No species could develop such power unnoticed. But the Seraphim reminded them that Earth had always been an anomaly, a world isolated at the galaxy's edge, protected by dense gravity wells and radiation belts. Their evolution had occurred unmonitored. Their silence had been misread as ignorance. Now it was too late. Months later, humanity returned, not with fleets of war but with envoys. Human vessels appeared in orbit over multiple Council worlds simultaneously. Their arrival disrupted local space-time, yet they came in peace. The envoys offered terms. Humanity would not seek revenge. Instead, they demanded one thing: reform. The message was direct. Dismantle your dominions. End your hierarchies of cruelty. The galaxy will stand as equals, or it will not stand at all. The Council hesitated. Some species called it madness. Others whispered that humanity had become the new arbiters of existence. When one empire refused and launched an attack on Earth's envoy fleet, their homeworld vanished within moments. No explosion, no trace. A sphere of emptiness replaced its orbit. The remaining empires surrendered. The age of the Galactic Council ended. Humanity established the Accord, a new order built on equilibrium and fear. Each world retained sovereignty, but war was outlawed. Weapon production was restricted. Every civilization was monitored by unseen human sentinels, machines that could appear and vanish at will. Yet despite their dominance, humanity remained distant. They did not occupy worlds or demand tribute. Their fleets never lingered. To most species, humans became a myth, guardians and judges both. Decades passed. Children born in the New Age were told stories of the day the sky turned silent, when Earth's wrath echoed across the stars. To them it was legend. To their elders it was a memory carved in terror. In the shadows of the Accord, whispers persisted. Some believed humanity had not used weapons at all. They claimed Earth had learned to command reality through thought alone, bending the laws of physics to their will. Others said they had struck bargains with entities older than time itself. No one knew. Humanity did not explain, but one truth remained. When humanity warned, they meant it. Across the far rim of the galaxy, an ambitious warlord rose among the remnants of the old dominion. He believed the humans had grown complacent. His fleet spread through forgotten systems, conquering weak colonies. He called himself the Restorer. When his scouts encountered a human outpost, he broadcast his declaration. "Your silence has made you soft. The age of fear is over." The reply came in one sentence: "Then you have chosen to relearn fear." Moments later, his entire fleet blinked from existence. No wreckage, no survivors, only a faint echo that rippled through the void like a dying heartbeat. The message spread. Humanity's wrath had returned. But it was not vengeance. It was justice. Wherever oppression rose, it was silenced. Wherever tyranny spread, it vanished. Humanity had become the conscience of the galaxy, a force neither divine nor mortal, but something in between. In the heart of Sol, on the restored Earth, the leaders of humanity watched the stars through vast observatories. The planet had become quiet, a sanctuary. No grand armies, no palaces of power, only the hum of engines buried beneath oceans and mountains,